What's going on, y'all? Frank, welcome back to the channel. It's Thursday. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day. Almost the weekend for the majority of y'all. Um, I'm all right. So yesterday, Major and Mercy went with their mom until Saturday. Saturday, I'll get them back. And Wednesdays are always hard for me. I've come to hate Wednesdays, right? Because that's the day, and it'll be like that probably, hopefully not, but it'll be like that probably forever. It's gonna be the day that I know that's the day the kids leave, right? And yesterday, Marcy didn't want to go. She was she was saying, "Dad, well, can't I just stay with you?" And I said, I said, well, you have to go with your mom, and I'll see you again on Saturday, right? She said, yeah, but can I just tell my mom I can stay for like 2 more days? And I said, well, if you stay for 2 more days, then that means that, because I get them back on Saturday. So I said, if you stay for 2 more days, that means that you're going to stay all the way, until Wednesday. And just explain to her, or try to, right? Say, you know, aren't you going to miss your mom? Your mom's going to miss you, all that stuff. She said, yeah, but it's okay. And I said, all right. I said, well, I'll see you again. But then part of me inside of me is like, all right, well, maybe when your mom comes, we'll ask her. And maybe instead of staying 2 days, maybe you just stay over tonight, and then I'll take you back in the morning. Right? And then for me, I was like, oh, I don't even, I'm at the point, I don't even want to, I don't have any words for Rachel. There's nothing for us to speak about, to be honest with you. Custody is already semi-situated, right? There's nothing for me to talk to you about. Out of anger or anything like that. It's just out of like, well, this is the way you've shown me since before October. October is just when we stopped living in the same house. But you have been, you didn't have no words for me for the past 18 months, 2 years. So, I sort of got tired of it. And it's like, I don't have no words for you now. And let's keep it like that. So I just, I just sort of dismissed the idea, and, they left. And then I spoke to them last night, and Mercy was, what are you doing? And, we always watch funny videos at night. She's like, are you watching funny videos in the bed? And I said, yeah, I am. She said, well, show me. Come on, let's watch them together. It didn't feel good at all. I was like, man, my baby. And already, because for me, when my children are gone, I feel lonely, right? Very lonely. I spend, every day, I go to sleep alone, I wake up alone. And it's not a good feeling. There's a difference between, and I was trying to explain this to somebody. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely, right? And I feel lonely. I don't like it, you know. And it's a different feeling, And I'm like, man, all right, what could I do? And I you know, to be honest with you, I went home, and I was, in bed at, 6 o'clock. Just because I just, I just wasn't feeling it. And it was nice outside like this. And I'm in bed. I look out my window and I see it's a beautiful day. And I'm like, man, I could be doing something. I just had absolutely no motivation or desire, right, to do absolutely anything. And it had, there's just other stuff that I have sort of going on in my life too. And it had a little bit to do with each, I guess, you know. Um, and I was like, almost like trying to force myself to get up and be like, man, just get up and go to the gym. You don't want to go, but when you get there, you'll feel better. I couldn't. I couldn't to save my life. Hopefully today's a little different. And then I got, the, the the other vehicle sitting in my driveway, so I have to see that every time I come in, and I'm like, all right, I need to get rid of it, right? I need to just go trade it in. Um, and I've been telling myself that I would do that next week. I had a friend that was gonna go with me and uh, help me to pick out a car, and then something popped up, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll go with the kids, right? Just take them and say, yo, come on, let's look at cars. Let's see. Tell me what you guys like. Mercy said she wants one without a ceiling. So Mercy wants a convertible. So I was looking at a Jeep and I was like, yo, here, it's a Jeep. You can take the top off. You can take the doors off. She's like, no, I want it low. And I said, well, what do you mean? She said, I want it small down. And I was like a car? She said, yeah, like a car, but without ceiling. I started cracking up. Just the way she was describing it, right? So I was like, okay, we ain't getting no convertible. I feel like that's a midlife crisis, right? And maybe I'm allowed to because I'm going through a divorce. I'm fucking 44. I'm lonely. I'm single. Maybe I'm allowed to, right? But I should go out and get a Corvette. Y'all see me pull up with a Corvette, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know, oh, this nigga doesn't, you don't going through a midlife crisis. Don't judge me. Just be happy for me, right? And lately I've been thinking about, man, especially with the weather getting nice. I've been thinking about, like, man, is it okay for me to go on a date, right? Or to speak to somebody in that manner? Is it okay? And that's something only I'm gonna know, right? I don't know. And I think, like, well, I don't do anything. Like, how am I supposed to be somebody, right? I don't go anywhere. I don't go out. You know, now that wrestling's done, we can start going to church on Sundays. So maybe we'll. But then I think about bringing somebody around my children like that. Yeah. So I don't know. Today's like a much better day. I hope, right? That's what I'm gonna hope. So thank you guys for listening, right? For hanging out with me for the past 10 minutes. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I ask you to keep me and my children in prayer, please and thank you, right? Please and thank you. Hope everybody has a good day. Remember to stay blessed, y'all. Thanks.